What is up, guys? My name is Anubis, and today I'm bringing you a video on a little game that I played for quite a little while. I found it, and it's called Kingdom. So this is the classic version. There's two versions of Steam. You got Kingdom Classic, and then there's another one. Many fail. This queen will do better, and it's a 2D kingdom building game. Okay, so you start off in the woods with your little queen on a horse, and controls are quite easy. WSAD and shift to run. There's our little lovely title screen. So if you want to wait, this will all collapse. So the way the game starts is you ride out of the forest and you get a few little coins, and with the coins you're able to buy buildings and also buy people. So you can see, hold down, and then we have a little place book. So if we drop some coins on the people, there we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to buy some bows. And then, can we buy another one? Not yet, apparently. Oh, I'm guessing it's because we're going through the tutorial. Yeah, so it goes buy a hammer. Again, I think in the second edition of the game, you don't need to do this stuff. You're able to do what you want, which is better because the strategy really isn't to there we go, build, expand, defend. The strategy I found that works the best isn't actually to buy hammers, it's just to buy more archers, because you need to defend your little town against little demons that come and spawn. So you need archers, really. Your people, when it's free time, will also go around hunting little animals, and any coins they collect they'll keep, and then they'll give it to you once you have approached them. You can do things such as build towers here. You can build walls, so it starts with little ramparts. You get palisades, and then you can go up to full-on walls. Obviously you can see you can build more towers and palisades here once you keep going. You can break down trees so you can expand your kingdom, etc, etc. I can't quite remember how the classic game works because I'm used to playing the second one, but it's a very nice, cute kind of game. Very good looking. There you got a few options in the menu. So if we go in the options, obviously you got your language, you can go full screen, and then you got your sound and your music. But what else you also have is you have the zoom. So you can, if you don't like the black bars like I have, you can play zoomed in and it will be kind of like full screened. But I personally like having more of a view to be able to see, as well as the ability to, I think it zoomed out looks a bit much nicer as well. Alright. So the builders, you need the builders for constructing structures, such as the walls and the towers. The archers are there for protection, and you just try to prosper and keep expanding your kingdom. As far as I'm aware, also when you come to the campsite, sometimes you can upgrade it. I can't remember how often you do, it lets you, but when you upgrade it, once you get past certain levels, it will end up upgrading the walls itself as well. So again, I would not recommend buying the walls. Just wait till you upgrade the thing. You got camps around the edges, which these camps will stay as long as you've got a tree either side of the camp. Then the camp will stay and it'll keep producing people, and it's a very good thing to do because he's not going to choose up the money. It's a very good thing to do because that way you get higher and higher populations. One thing that I've also found is if you want a person to move quicker, just drop a coin in front of them and pick it up. Drop a coin and pick it up, because they'll run towards the coin, so they'll chase after the coin. Okay, that's not good. There you go. They run towards the coin and they'll just keep chasing it, and as long as you keep dropping it, then they'll run faster. Whereas if you give them the coin, see, they tend to kind of just stroll into town, and then the monsters start chasing them, and then they lose the coin. So what ends up happening is if you have a person gets attacked by a monster, they become like those homeless people, and the coin they had gets taken away by the evil creatures, actually. Okay, so now we've survived the night, and we have expanded our little town into a set of 10s. Get another bow so we can get more people. There you go, we got a little money. And let's go exploring. So let's drop that. He'll walk back to Cameron. So you can go exploring through the forest, and you find chests with gold. In the second edition of the game, there's much more content, but I think here, as an idea, it was a good little concept. You got, I think these are like totems. They give you like abilities, I think. I can't quite remember. And then there's a caravan trader. So if you pay him, he'll go all the way to your camp, and I think it ends up giving you more gold than you paid him. One of these things is what spawns the evil monsters. And any more to explore? Oh, this gives you ability, so you can power this up. It's like a spiritual statue, and you can power it up. I think this is the hammer one. So if you power it up, it will glow blue. You can power up to 3 times, and then you'll have more like your people, I think, will have like better abilities or something like that. Your horse does get tired, as you can see there. He's breathing heavily, but let's not make our head way back. But if you stop and let him eat grass, I'm not sure. No, he won't eat it here because it's swampy. Here? No. If you let him stop and let him eat grass, then he will also regenerate faster. You don't want to get caught in the forest in the night, because if the creature hit you, then what ends up happening is I think you end up losing coin. But if you have no coin, you end up losing your crown. Now if you lose the crown and the creature takes a crown, you have to be able to get it back. If you don't get it back, what will end up happening is that you lose the game. So if any of the creatures, the evil ones, get your crown, you lose the game. Oh, okay, quick. So that portal is now activated and it's spawning. Oh, what you can do is you can distract them with a coin. So once I run out of stamina, I will drop a coin, and that way the monster should be distracted with the coin and stop chasing you. Move it. The caravan guy does not get affected, so you don't have to worry about that. Oh, there they come. So let's drop a coin. That way this guy gets a little bit of a move on. And hopefully he can make it back into the encampment before any more monsters come. Yeah, so on night 1 I think they only come from the left. On night 2 they'll come from both sides. Let's upgrade our little town again. There we go, yeah, see? So now it gives you the palisade walls, and it automatically will give them to you, so you don't have to pay for them. And this will progress the more you progress, of course. So let's get more archers, and the hammer guys also repair your structures. So I think that's the night survived. What you can also do is you can get farmers, and these will produce crops. These crops will also end up having these crops will also end up producing gold, which obviously you need. That's what he does. He doesn't do what I thought he does. He comes and gives you tools, so you don't have to pay for him. Because I think I paid him like 6, was it 5 or 6 I paid him, and he's just given me 9 gold worth of tools. That's great. It's lovely. Right, let's upgrade our little town again. For this stuff, you don't need the hammer, guys. This will build automatically over time. I'm not sure if... Oh, is this the one that lets me store... I'm not sure. This might be the one that lets me store gold. Essentially lets me bank the gold. Oh, these are catapults, I think, you are able to construct. So you're able to make equipment to defend your front. Don't build the one on the left until you have this little area set up to guard. Because if you don't, then the catapult will just be in the open, which is not a good idea. It's an interesting concept to have a game that's just on a single plane. So you go left and right. There's no up, down, or anything like that. And it's really simple controls, but surprisingly, it really does work. The game does get a bit boring after about a few hours in. Like for example, I've put, oh, that's an active one. I don't want to get near that. I think I've put in about 10 hours into this game. The sequel was a little bit better. Because on the sequel you get like additional lands, additional islands that you can travel to, etc., which makes it a little bit more interesting. But this is quite a nice and enjoyable indie game. You know, if you want to go for a little walk through the forest, then do so. But don't stay up too long, or you're gonna get fucked up by monsters. You know, just like you know. Yeah. So let's see how far we can get with this. Cool. So we've cleared out all the trees. So one of these areas you see is where you can build a farm where there's a little bit of water. Again, I recommend keeping it protected. I don't like building the towers because what ends up happening is because of the towers, it means that your guys are stuck at the tower. They're stuck at the tower. They can't climb off unless the tower gets... I don't even think the tower can get destroyed, which is a sacrifice because right now these guys will go left and right depending on where they're needed more. There we go, got a nice little palisade. So they will, I believe they will go left and right depending on where they need more. So that's a much better system than sacrificing them and, you know, forcing them to go and commit to a tower. So we have survived 4 days now. Let's go collect our daily gold. There we go. And let's go expanding. Oh, that's a mistake. We expand right into this forest. And then that way, I can put up a second wall there. Yes. So I'll put up a second wall there as a backup. And then we are able... Oh, we're not quite able. We're one short, unfortunately. But once these guys do their stuff, we are able to build a farm. Also, you have to be careful when you expand further and further because you have to be able to support that area. Because if you can't support it, then it will unfortunately fall. It's getting foggy. There is more creature types in this whole thing. I think there is. You can get like big giant guys, and you can get. Is it like catapulty ones? I'm not sure if it's in this one or the sequel. So I'm never going to break these two trees. But I can't expand until I do. Because this tree is too far away from the rest. So I'd have to break this one down. But it's a really good source of people. So it's not something you want to do. So I'll play this game for a little while longer. And then I'll see you guys back once we have done a little bit more to the city and I can show off a little bit more things. So this is also another thing that's in the game, and that is grass. So when you take down the forests and you let this water be near the grass will grow. If you block the grass off with the wall, obviously it won't grow on the other side. So all of this grass will never grow until we find another source and is able to connect it and it's able to grow. The reason you want the grass to grow is because bunnies will spawn on there, and the more bunnies you have, the more money you make, because these guys will keep hunting until night falls. The other thing you got to do is you got to get your men here to farm. You really want to build us up to level 2 straight away, and the reason being is level 1 lets them just set up farms. Level 2 creates the house for them so they stay there. But this means basically they won't retreat back to the town every time that they go to farm. They'll just stay in this little house. It makes it much more efficient and they're much better at farming, and you're able to get more out of them. Realistically, the game has a big emphasis on expanding really far. But if you stretch yourself too thin, you won't be able to make enough money to be able to protect yourself. So it's a really, it's a town, I would say like a castle slash town builder, and on top of that, it's a really good money management game, because all of it revolts around this one currency, just these coins, and there is a multitude of ways of receiving coins. You can just have so many archers that they hunt bunnies into extinction, or that you have so many farmers that, you know, that they will essentially just farm the land until it cannot be farmed anymore. But the point is that you have to really balance that, because if you have too many farmers and not enough archers, your city will get overrun. If you have too many archers and not enough farmers, you won't make as much money as you should. Ooh, look at all these bunnies. Yeah, so now we have this is a great spot. I'm not sure if it spawns like this every time, but this is an amazing spot. So you got the farm right here, so they will farm the crops. But not only that, you got a tower here, which means you can protect it, as well as you can set up a wall just in front of it, which is also a really good way to protect it. And the other thing is, you got a big open green field, which brings in so much money. It is ridiculous. Look at that. That one guy collected like 7 coins. It's just amazing. Blood Moon. I think this is really bad. So I'm going to recruit a lot more archers. Okay, so get your bows. So I think Blood Moon means the enemies are stronger, and it also, I think it means that a lot of like more worse enemies come out. Okay, here they are. Oh, they're stealing my tool. Uh-oh. Run. Yeah, we are not equipped with this. So, there's 2 ways you can win against the enemies. There's one, you can outlast them through the night. And number 2 is you can actually defeat them. So, don't be worried. If you have enough defenses, then you'll be okay, because you outlast the enemies. Ah, there is a horse. So there's the black horse, but it costs gold, which we don't have in Cayman. That's annoying. But there is a horse. So that horse, I think, I'm not sure if he has all better stats, but I think he's faster. I think that's literally what it is. He's even faster, he has more stamina. But, oh, that's going to be hard to rebuild. If there's one thing I would say that's a downside to this game, is there's a lot of downtime. Once you know what you're doing, and once you know which things you need to buy, and what you need to save your money for, there's a lot of downtime in the aspect of, because you have to just wait for the day to be gone so you can start the night. I wish there was like a button that let you skip to the night, or you know, speed up the time at least. That would definitely improve this. That's one of the things I would say. There is a lot of things to do in the sequel. There's a lot more things to do in there, which makes it a little bit less boring. But here you can see I'm just going back and forth, because there's not a lot to do, unfortunately, in the game. Oh, I think I just realized what... I think I just realized what this was. So this was how you upgraded your kingdom, I think. Oh, so I just spent all that money for nothing. Oh, fuck's sake. I was like, this is probably like a totem that helps you with something. No. No. This is just me being an idiot. So you have to spend that. And now I should be able to upgrade it to... Yes! Now I can upgrade it to stone. Let's do that straight away. There we go. Stone walls and everything. So let's go, and whilst the sun is up, I'm going to go and get the better horse. Thank you. Better more gold. Nothing there. Nothing there. Perfect. Cool. So now I can build higher level towers and higher level walls. So let's do that here. I don't want this portal activated while I'm on the left hand side of it. That would be a bad idea. Cool, and then now we're gonna buy the final upgrade for the town, which I think there's a final upgrade, which lets us build, I think, knights. Sneaky little evil creature. Okay, so that portal is still active and it will still trying to hunt me. What a bastard. You can actually, like I think I said, you can actually destroy the portal. Ooh, that means it may be spawning. If that portal stays open, I might have ended up just wasting more gold. So I think someone has now become essentially like a bannerman. Is that what I've become? They become a knight? We're gonna go to our front lines to inspect. Yeah, there you go. So you got a knight actually standing on the front defending. Okay. So I just sent my. So when you have a knight, you can send your enemies to. Or you can send your units to charge out in front. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it here. So as we make our ride back home, I think I've showed off enough of the game for you guys to get a gist of it. It's a few pounds on Steam. I personally would recommend really getting it. It's a fun game. It can be a little bit tedious, but it's one of those games where you can build quickly. You can let it just go through it tonight and see if you survive. It's a 2D game that incorporates city building, management, like not micro, but like money management and tower defense. In some way, the person that made this game has managed to figure that out. And at first, when I first saw it, I thought, I don't know, this is not gonna work probably, but weirdly enough, it does. It's a fun little game. I definitely recommend you get it. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.